Alright guys, I'm going to teach you how to draw an eagle. So this is what you do. Right there. See it? Right there. I'll just draw just a normal eagle flying, and you just like, it's because it's really hard for me to teach you how to draw, because I've been drawing since I was a kid. So trying to share my experience is just difficult. I can't actually teach you, but I'm just gonna sketch. I'm not gonna actually draw my best, but I'm just gonna, because drawing something realistic, you always have to press lightly, and that would be concluded as sketching. So something like this. The index finger, or actually this is the middle finger of the bird, is the longest, so it has to be pointed like that. Before owls is a lot different. You see this thing right here? This thing for the owl, this thumb looking thing right here is right here. It's not actually the thumb, but this thing will be like way back here or somewhere over here. The joint is. But this, since we're drawing eagle, it's going to be much different structure of the body. Draw like this. I know the feathers are a little bit too big, but this is, like I say, it's just a sketching thing. Now this is, let me adjust that right there. This is the feet. This is the actual head. Get closer to that. For my opinion, drawing the head is the hardest part. Especially when I have like a camera right here is really difficult. Still learning. It's a small head, so I can't draw it that detailed because everything is so tiny. Remember, there's another wing back here. You might have to draw the wings like this, since it's one like that. Like for example, the wings like this. You wouldn't want to draw a wing like this. You wouldn't want to draw a wing like this, like slanted upwards, and the eagle facing this way, like this way, and the whole thing in the bird's body have to face this way as well. So that's why you have to have this thing slanted up there, this thing pointing up there, and same thing with the rear feather, and even the body too. The shadow matches. I have with this. Drawing how big the head is compared to how big the claws, they matter a lot. If you draw the head bigger than the claws or the claws bigger than the head, it's just not gonna. The picture is not gonna match. So that's why, for my opinion, the head and the claws are a lot harder than the body, than the wings, harder than the wings, harder than the rear feather. I don't practice drawing that much, but I do actually draw a lot when I was very little. I even take drawing classes, but I don't enjoy them a lot. It's kind of a little bit ironic. Right there. Even the rear feathers as well. The rear feathers cannot be too long. I made a big mistake here. Like I say, I don't practice much. That's why my drawings have a big mistake. Compared to the ones that I spent on 9 months, that one has a lot of mistakes on it. I will show you in the end of the video. Here, you see the feather. The rear feather is a little bit too large. It has to be like, it looks like a woman's skirt dress or something. That's why it has to be shorter. But you want to know how the main body of the eagle right here, it has to be slightly smaller than the rear feather. It has to be about 3 or 2 times smaller than the length of the wings, and the back one as well. But since all of this is closer pointing at you, the left part, the left wing, has to be a little smaller because it's pointing that way. Yeah, that's the quick sketch of the eagle. Now I'll show you my other ninth one. Like this one. You see here, the selection is a little too much right there. You see the head, right now, the head, right there. The head is a lot bigger than the claws. I try to make it the same size, but since you're in camera view, you cannot really see much of it. But from a human eye, you can tell that the claws are a lot smaller than the head. And since the claws have to be, that they're supposed to be the closest to your eye instead of the eagle's head, that's why I had to make these big. That's why I've been telling you these things have to be anything that is closer to you in perspective, it has to be big than when it's farther away from you, it has to be small. That's pretty basic. And owl drawing, I have to work on my texture. I'm still learning the texture of the stomach right here is not good. It looks flattened. Here's the rear feather. Rear feather is okay. And I have to work on this one as well. A lot of things going on around the eagle because this is the second bird I drew. The first bird was the owl. I learned how to draw it first, and I start drawing the owl first, then the eagle. Although I'm naturally better at drawing the eagle, I decided to draw the second. You see the plate right here? The stomach right here does not look as 3D as this one because there's lack of shading. This is something I have to work on. I'll adjust it. See, I use number 2 pencils. That's why you can't. That's why I can shade it however I want. It'll be dark, but it won't be that dark. It's gonna stay dark for about like a couple days, and then it'll smear out. It'll turn gray, and it's not worth it. That's why I need some actual art pencils. I use number 2 pencils, not even that good. And that's pretty much it. There, see all the details I've spent on this. It takes a lot of work. There's a lot of mistakes on these too. Like this one, this whole feather right here is a big mistake. This is the first feather I tried to mark. That's a mistake. I shaded too much, and I did not complete the left wing of the eagle. That's why it's not as good as the owl. Yeah, that's pretty much it in the video. I taught you, I hope I teach you most of the basic things of the eagle drawing. And the perspective, that's the basic thing everybody needs to know. But I'm still learning. I don't practice much, so I'm not that good. Most of my artwork has a lot of mistakes due to like not a practice. And that's pretty much it of the video.